Salams, namaste, and hello, my dear friends. Welcome to day 273 of the Quran Habit, where I'm talking about spirituality in Islam, Islamic mysticism, before reading from the Holy Quran. So, alhamdulillah, I wanted to share. I always like to share books because I'm a fanatic about books. I love reading and I love books. And so I want to share the first book I ever read written by a Muslim. And that is this little book. And it was around 2000, 2001. I was in Bloomington, Indiana at IU visiting friends. And I happened to be in a Barnes & Noble. And I came across this book, Rumi, A Spiritual Treasury. And I couldn't put it down. And I read it from cover to cover. And I walked out with it, and it's been with me ever since. And I don't remember when I read it, I didn't realize he was a Muslim. I just realized that I just encountered something extraordinary, something that touched me so deeply. And I've kept my peer. This is our teacher, Hazrat Maulana Chaman Qadri. Qadas Allahu Shrihu, may Allah sanctify secret. So I met Babuji through my husband. He gave me my name, Maryam Qadri. He blessed our marriage and put us in the shade of the Quran. And he named both of our daughters. He has always been, while he was living, a source of guidance and light. And even now, he comes in my husband's dreams and occasionally in my dreams. So he was for us the embodiment of peace and love and acceptance. And he worked tirelessly in India for Qawmi Ekta, which was communal and religious harmony between people, mutual understanding and respect between people. And he was loved by his Muslim followers and his Hindu followers and his Sikhs and anyone who met him. They generally were incredibly devoted and fond of him. So he's an extraordinary soul, and I love him dearly. And then this beautiful book by the great mystic and professor of music, Hazrat Inayat Khan, The Song of the Prophets, The Unity of Religious Ideals. This really, really spoke to me at a time where I almost actually left the religion. We weren't being treated well by certain people who were Muslim. And it can happen that people impose their ideology and their beliefs and their way of understanding and practicing a religion on others, imagining that their way is the only way or that they are correct in absolute terms, and that ends up being very problematic. And so this book really it retained my faith. Hazrat Inayat Khan retained my faith in Islam, and I wouldn't be a Muslim today if it wasn't for him. So I'm very devoted to him, and I think his teachings will last to the end of time. So if you've never read anything by Hazrat Inayat Khan, please do. He's worth reading, and if you can attune yourself to him, then I think you will find wonderful experiences result as you connect with him. So he was an Indian mystic and Sufi, and a lover of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Holy Quran. And then this book I read multiple times, and this is by Shaykh Abd al-Jilani. May Allah perfume his resting place. Mashallah, mashallah. And it's beautiful. And this is a traditional work of Sunni spirituality. And it's got so much benefit in it. And so I cherish this book as well. And then if you have children, I would recommend The Conference of the Birds by Demi. It's just gorgeous. And I would also recommend Rumi, again by Demi. And all of these different Muslim scholars and saints lived at different periods and in different parts of the world, but they all were expressing Islam and sharing it through either poetry or prose, through ecstatic expressions, through even the sacred law. They had many ways of expressing their faith, and they served as a solace and a light, and continue to do so. So with that, we'll read. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولقد أرسلنا إلى أمم من قبلك فأخذناهم بالبأساء والضراء لعلهم يتضرعون. And I should have dropped the last, since I stopped there. The fatha on the noon, I should have dropped that. So, Sadaqallahu Ladhi. If there's goodness from Allah and all praise, I wish you a miraculous day and a beautiful night. Jazakallah khair.